Welcome back. Back in 1992, Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, and Madonna starred in that film right over there, A League of Their Own.
Well, 30 years later, there's a new adaptation, now streaming on Prime Video. And I talked one-on-one with Darcy Carden, one of the show's stars. She was born and raised in Danville. And talked with me about how the series takes us down some very different storylines.
Darcy Carden, thank you so much for joining us. Very excited about your new show, A League of Their Own. I loved it, watched every single episode, had to quiet people down in my house. I'm like, I'm listening because the dialogue is fantastic. Tell me how you're feeling about the show and really the reaction it's receiving.
Thank you for watching, and thank you for quieting people down. I feel really good about it. Overwhelmed and like incredibly positive. It's only been 2 weeks, I guess, that it's been out, a little over 2 weeks. And it's just been like, like the good version of overwhelming. Like, oh, I know overwhelming can mean stressful, and it's like it's all love. It's really great. And it's just been the cast and crew and the writers were all just like thrilled by it.
Yeah, let's kind of dive into it, because if you were a fan of the movie back in the 90s, you had one version of what the story was and how it could be told. And what I really liked about this version was it was a surprise. It really dove deeper into some spaces, that I think are relevant to where we are now in society, and things that when we look back in history, the stories that weren't being told, the stories that we didn't see.
It's a funny thing because I'm such a huge fan of the movie. I love it. I just recently watched it a couple weeks ago, in fact. And Abby, the creator who also plays Carson on the show, she loves it. I mean, this is a very beloved movie. I actually don't know anyone who doesn't like the movie. I'll put it that way. So there's, it's a funny thing. Like I feel like we are honoring the movie with so much love, but then also not trying to retell the same stories that have been told. And I guess I mean that in a lot of ways, because it's like, we don't need to retell the stories that the movie told, but also we retell the same old stories that we've heard a million times. And I feel like we get to learn about new characters and there was so much going on in the 40s that
Yes.
we don't usually get to hear the stories of, and we get to dive deeper into that, which is like thrilling. There's a lot of queer characters in this show and a lot of queer storylines, and the fact is that was of course happening in the 40s and forever, but it was so much less talked about, as I'm sure just from our history books, but also like our grandparents and our elders. Like it's not something that is talked about a lot. And obviously in today's world, we do talk about it, and we do, there's so much more representation. And this is one way that we're able to do that. And it's like such a thrill and such an honor to get to be a part of this kind of storytelling. And the Black women that were playing baseball in the 40s and not allowed to even try out for the league, like that is an interesting story. That's a real story. That's like the story. That's the story. Do you know what I mean? Like there's.
Do you get pushback though? Do you get pushback?
Was I worried about it? Were the creators, worried about it? In a way, of course, but also I don't know how to say this anyway other than like I don't care. And I don't mean to sound like a brat. I just mean I don't care. If it's not something that you are interested in watching, I don't really want to have it. I'm trying to think of like a really cool way to say this. If having gay baseball players and Black baseball players in the 40s is something that offends you, then I don't really know what to tell you. Like maybe this show isn't for you, and that's okay. And I'm sure, the people at the top probably don't want me saying that, but that's really, really, really how I feel. I am really interested in telling stories that I haven't told before, that I haven't gotten the chance to tell before, that maybe haven't gotten to be told before. I also just want to, do things that scare me. I think that's actually what Greta sort of taught me. This character is, I was coming into this role, and while we were shooting it, I was scared. She's a different kind of character that I have not played before, and I was not sure if I was getting it. And it has been so rewarding to, I don't know, to sort of go to kind of reprogram my brain, like, oh, the thing to do next is the thing that scares you.
Do you think Hollywood plays a big role in continuing that space?
Yeah,
You know, I mean, you go into houses that people and introduce people to characters and lifestyles and, you know, different issues of gender, sexuality, all of the above, that may not have that in their space at home. Hollywood is a space for that.
Yes, and you know, I like hesitate to sort of claim that, like, that a show or a movie could be that important to someone, because it feels a little too grand. But I've seen it. I've seen it happen, that somebody, you know, I know that people are watching this show with parents or grandparents, and we've gotten a lot of like really beautiful feedback about, you know, grandparents talking to their grandchildren about understanding them better now, or what. It's just like you almost can't even hope for that getting into this. It's like too big. It's just such a beautiful thing that can happen when something affects people.
Darcy Carden, I love the conversation, love the show. Congratulations on this, and we can't wait to see what you are working on next. Certainly Bay Area proud.
Thank you so much.